Okay, so I did my presentation about anxiety in young children, and I did that topic because I think it's really interesting because there is a lot of younger kids that do have terrible anxiety, and like my cousin has really bad anxiety, and I know it's hard for her to deal with. Okay, and what does it mean for a young child to have anxiety? So if your child has a generalized anxiety disorder, he or she will worry excessively about a variety of things such as school, activities, even hanging out with friends, what they're gonna wear to school today. And then a social anxiety disorder is more like a social phobia, so you're more worried to see people and have to have in-person interactions or go to school especially is a big one. And then separation anxiety creates from people who are in your life who are constants in your life, and then when you are separated from them it becomes a problem because your anxiety hypes that up. And you worry more about not being with them or not being at home if you're going to a sleepover. Like I know some kids used to be like that, like sleeping over places and I want my mom, that kind of stuff. Okay, and then how to help a child with an anxiety disorder is the goal isn't to eliminate the anxiety because that's not like the better, because no matter what you do, a child with an anxiety disorder you're not gonna get rid of the anxiety disorder, but the way to do it is to help them with those things, such as like making them feel more comfortable or asking them or providing them with things like if you have a separation anxiety disorder, providing them with things that make them feel like it's more at home for them, so they feel, well, you have to be realistic. One of the tips is to be more realistic with it because you're not gonna get rid of the anxiety, but to help them with it. And then don't ask leading questions, like for example, are you worried about your math test today? Instead you want to be like, are you ready for your math test today? Are you prepared? Did you do what you needed to do to get this done? And what can we do to get this done? And then statistics about children with anxiety is, in the past 10 years, there's been increasing recognition of anxiety in young people by healthcare providers, including a 17% increase in anxiety diagnosis, which is actually a lot when it comes to something like that, especially because anxiety is more severe than people make it out to be. And then, anxiety symptoms are minimized or ignored, as little of 1% of youth with anxiety actually go to a doctor or get treated for the anxiety disorders, like certain medications, things like that. And then untreated anxiety disorders are linked to depression, school failure, social issues, and things like I just talked about in the last slide. And then, although it's not really easy to create a pros and cons list for anxiety, I did my best. So there's pros because there's medications to help these disorders, even though everyone doesn't believe in medications. And then it's statistically proven that children with anxiety and depression disorders have stronger relationships in their lives because they have someone that they are more dependent on and can create those relationships with people that they rely on. And then there's psychologists and counselors all over the world to help these children with their anxiety. And then the cons is everyone has different views on medications or for treatments because not everyone believes in medications. And these disorders do take a lot of time, commitment, and attention in order to effectively help people with their disorders. And this is what I'm excited. Thank you.